Hi guys, a very good afternoon. Welcome to African Beyond Television Network. And there's this topic raised panapa na upakama trackers, a very important topic which has been raised. And you need to actually explore, take a look, and understand. So he says Ethiopians, Pakistanis, Somalis, Eritreans pool resources together to open businesses. Others pool resources to procure food and alcohol. Shame. We are failing. This is something which he said. It seems as if other people will feel insulted by this. But let me be honest with you this afternoon, Tim Zimbabwe. Honestly, Katatu, this man is actually telling the truth. We have a weakness of not being organized, of not knowing our priorities as a nation, as a people, as our families. You know, it's easy for our families to put money together to bury someone than it is easy for them to put money together to have a family business. Just imagine if if you are 10 members from your family and each one of you puts $100 aside. A month you raise something like 1,000 United States dollars. In a year, you raise something like 12,000 United States dollars. For an example, Parukuneta transport in Zimbabwe, we have a transport crisis. Yes, we have policy failure, but I'm just giving you an example. You can buy two caravan combis refurbished, two caravan combis refurbished, put them on the road, and you start getting from $50 to $90 every day from each combi, which means you have something between $100 to $180 a day from those two combis. And in a month, you will have more, which means you see that the more you do it, the more your business grows. You end up having a very big fleet of commuter omnibuses. Then you graduate from commuter omnibuses. You start to buy some small buses like my 48-seater, and you now have buses. Then you start to have bigger coaches and then long distances, even locally. And you see that you have a flourishing business in the transport sector. Then you go to issues like agriculture. You can even start rearing different kinds of poultry, uh, uh, um, and you start to see that you start to have returns. So there's so many business ideas, not only in transport, not only in farming, but in various ankles or aspects. Okay, let us talk about one mukando. People do mukando in my grocery. Right now, they are distributing my groceries in large quantities to each other. They were paying reasonable amounts of money, like Chunga needs a grocery road. Just imagine if these people had put resources together, wakatanga a very small supermarket yabo. What would they do with such money? And I find this very interesting, Team Zimbabwe, and a very interesting topic raised here by our brother here. So sometimes God says, my people are perishing because of lack of knowledge. We are perishing not because we don't have resources, not because we don't have start or capital. It's because the fundamentals, we lack priorities. We do not know the fundamentals. We do not know anything called priorities. You see some people pulling resources together kuti vaende kunodhakwa, vaende just for a road trip. But do they have enough to afford that? No, they don't. If you continue to see people pulling resources, putting resources together to go and have fun, just to know there are two things: being rich and being wealthy. And these are two things. You know, some people believe kuti akatenga kamota akaona atenga ka stand akaona akubatawo kasalari ke750 to 1000 every month, akutoti zvinhu zvangu zvarongeka. No, you are very, very, very far. If you are getting a salary of $500, you can sacrifice to put aside $200. And if you are working for a company, let's say you are a civil servant, you are earning 500 USDs, and you put 200 USDs aside, muri 1000 vanhu vashandi vehurumende 1000, muchiisa imimi mari inosvika iyo $200 aside, how much are you going to raise? That is 200,000 in a month, guys. $200. And it muri 1000 government employees. This thing is so easy, Team Zimbabwe. Ameno kuti tiri lazy papi and say, guys. So you'll be told about mama investors, you'll be told about different things. So ngati is 1000. Let us confirm mathematics do not need. Sorry, it's 200,000 in yaunenge raiser every month. What it means is, in a year, 200,000 multiplied by 12, in a year you would have raised $2.4 million. 2.4. Okay, in 5 years you would have raised 12 million US dollars. So investor kari kuuya tuma investor twedu turi kuuya utu tuma Indians and everything else tokazara mtown. What kind of investors are these? These are investors vari kuuya vasina kana mari yavainayo, vari kutoinvesta $1,000 US, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, vanenge vatoinvesta mari yakawanda $10,000. And you start to understand kuti okay, pesa papatakagara tichiba tichita sei tichita zvese izvi, we lacked priorities. With 12 million in 5 years, you can start a very, very, very big business. Kana remining charo kutonzi, this mine belongs to vananingi nananingi. Muri 1000. What it means, you be shareholders mese makadaro mu that business iroro. And you'd see kuti panonopera 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, business iroro rinenge rakure. Don't tell me kuti you don't have capital. Don't tell me kuti you don't have anywhere to start. You have somewhere to start from, but you lack priorities. You lack knowledge of what is important more than the other. Saka chinotinakidza isisi kufamba nemota, chinotinakidza kuva nekastende, chinotinakidza kuva nemagirlfriend, chinotinakidza kuva nevakadzi 5. But hatinakidzwe nekubudirira kwedu economy yese ichisimuka. Hazvitinakidze izvozvo. So Team Zimbabwe, this is a very great lesson. I know that a lot of you attack me or will say whatever you'll be saying, but this is the honest truth. Guys, this is the honest truth. If we have vanhu vari kudiaspora 1000, vari kuena mari iri above 4,000 pounds or USD, if they put 1,000 pounds aside every month and invest, especially in mining back home in Zimbabwe, especially in mining, kana tine vanhu 1,000 vatinavo vari kutoshanda, and they invest 1,000 every month, what it means, vari kuraise $1 million US every month. In 12 months, that will be 12 million USDs. So mukavhura mining company ye 12 million, tumamaini utu turi kutengwa nemari dzemanga idzi, muchitaura kuti hanzi yevana kuda vatenga maini yakati nemari yenhando dzatengwa ne36 million. You see kuti this money is money yekuti you can raise it. Vanhu kana muri serious, you can raise it. As civil servants or as diasporians, you can raise that money. How many people do we have in the diaspora, especially in the UK, in the USA, if they are to put resources together and buy this mine, or and they start to do farming, kuma farms asina zvari kuitwa, how much are you going to raise? How much? So Team Zimbabwe, this mentality yatinayo, poverty mentality must end. Change ikauya muZimbabwe munomu tisinochinja mentality yedu. Guys, we are doomed. You will see other people coming to Zimbabwe grabbing opportunities just like what they did during the GNU. Taimhanyira notenga mota, taimhanyira kuvaka kutenga tumastand tumwe tukataakupukanyiwa. If we had invested all that money, dai izvezvi nyika yedu iri kure. Dai tiri kure izvezvi as we speak. You know, your house is very important. Let me tell you this. It's important to have a house. But how big should be a house in the urban area? That should be something you must consider. Honestly, you must consider this. Just imagine, Kuti, you have a house, a 7-roomed house, and together with your family, you are using 3 rooms out of 7. What are you doing? You have a house, Mwakaisa Maroja. Is that an investment? How much are the rentals every month? So how can you raise from the rentals every month? So you see, there are other things which can give you real money and make you a wealthy person. But we don't just think along those lines. So many ideas in Zimbabwe. You can't be limited only to these few which I have shared. Right now in Zimbabwe, kune refurbished items dzinogona kugadzirwa in all industries. You can bring refurbished items in Zimbabwe, do proper things, standard things, and you start to earn money. But we can't. So many ideas in Zimbabwe dziripo. But in Zimbabwe, I surrender. So it is what it is in Zimbabwe. I do not know where we are going, but we need to reflect and change our mindsets. And I thank my brother Aupakama Mtakazi for this wise contribution, and it has opened our minds. And we believe that as the people of Zimbabwe will be able to actually sink into this and change.